First of all, this is a great honor, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate this organization thinking of me in these terms. But I know that, and I accept this honor on behalf of the men and women who are out there on the street doing the job every day. Now, we can all sit around and have planning sessions and think about what should happen and the way things should go, but the truth of the matter is, I mean nothing to the equation unless I'm able to convince the men and women on the streets who are working for the Boston Police Department to do things differently. And that's really what makes all the difference, and that's why I can stand up here and accept this award on their behalf. Jerry said that I'm calm in most situations, and I'd rather be in a shootout than stand here right now, to be quite honest with you. I mean that sincerely. Paul Swindlehurst knows that better than anybody as we try to put this together. I give him a lot of credit for the work that he's done on this and the work that John has done on this. But this is a good organization. This is an organization that makes a difference in people's lives. And you know, as you sit here and you think about what they do, you think about the component of this organization that deals with developmentally disabled and people with mental health problems, and the homes that they run and the difference that they make in their lives. And then you think about the work that they do with reentry. These are some of our most hardened criminals coming back to our neighborhoods, to our city streets. And then criminal justice policy. Have you guys picked anything easy? I mean, we'll have to check you guys, because really, these are some of the most difficult problems that society has to deal with. And Greg Torres and Scott Hoshbarger and Tom and the rest of the members of the board here have done an unbelievable job in counseling people like me across this nation to do things differently. And that's how I started with this. It was almost 20 years ago, John, that you and Frank appeared on my doorstep. Frank Hartman and John came into Lowell and started a project with me called Safety First. And Frank is a Harvard professor, and he sat at that first meeting and he said, what we need here is a powerful neutral convener. And I was from Lowell. I said, what the hell does that mean? Who is this guy? But the truth of the matter was, he's a very smart man. And when you look at this board of directors, and you look at the staff at this great organization, if you're in government, you can learn a lot from people who have this commitment to solving some of the most complex problems that we have in our society. And so back in the Safety First days, Christine Cole's out here, a lot of the DAs that I worked with, I can't mention them all by name, but it's so tremendous to see all of you and to know that we've all stayed together over all these years. And Scott Hoshbarger, I was 25 years old, I had just been appointed a sergeant, and I got a call from the DA's office in Middlesex County, and Scott Hoshbarger invited me to speak at a conference on child sexual assault, which I was in charge of investigating at the time. And it was a bunch of assistant district attorneys and social workers who were implementing the new 51A law back in 1984. And that was my very first public speaking engagement. You created a monster. It's all your fault. All your fault. Started in. So I go back with some incredible people here in this room. And there were judges outside, Jay Blitzman and Mary Beth Heffernan, and just people that I've worked with over the years that have made an incredible impact on me personally and on the Commonwealth. And it's been an incredible honor to be able to learn from you. I took over the Lowell Police Department. I wasn't quite 38 years old when I took that job. And I remember thinking, after getting the job, what have you done? This is a tough city with some very complex problems. And I started to look outside for help. And I met people like John Larrabee, people at UMass Lowell, people who were smarter than me. And I've surrounded myself with people who are smarter than me my whole life. And that has worked out very, very well. You know, I hear Reggie speaking, and John, and the whole inner city weightlifting group. Incredibly effective and incredibly targeted. That mentoring that happens in that gym makes a difference in the lives of these young men who are some of the toughest people coming back to the city. And if you give them options, they will not commit crime. And I'd much rather prevent crime than successfully prosecute it. And so Reggie, this leadership is just incredible you're showing. Congratulations to you. Molly Baldwin is out there. Molly, where are you? She's probably went to the hockey game, but Molly was there, was here earlier, and another one who is doing incredible work over in Chelsea and now in Boston that will make a difference in the lives of children here and make a difference in the crime rate. Incredibly successful. Daphne Griffin is out here, who labored with me week after week after week at those crazy command staff cabinet meetings that we went to, where we struggled with these problems. Every time a young man was killed, or a young woman sometimes, we would come back into that room and spend 4 and 5 hours really troubling over it and talking about what we could do for the family and what we could do to try to put the neighborhood back together again. But the truth of the matter is, the best thing that you can do is prevent it. And the work that John and Community Resources for Justice does prevents it. I have a favorite phrase. It was Isaac Newton that said, "If I can see things, it's because I stand on the shoulders of giants." And I've had an opportunity to do that in my career. And so when I look across this room and I see those people that I've had a chance to work closely with and make a difference for the community because of the partnership and the collaboration that we've put together, it makes all the difference in the world to me. My wife is here, Jane, our good friends, Muriel and Bob Long. Bobby taught me the policing business. It's so great to be in this room with you. And then I look out and I see Lisa Belsky here and Paul Grogan, and the people that, after I got that foundation here locally, moved me into a national position to be able to do things outside the city. I thank you all. I appreciate it. Go Bruins.